Alright traders, I'm back again with another video, and this time I like to take time to show you a live trade that I'm in. I'm in a US dollar yen trade right now, and it's a risky trade because all the news that's going on with the US dollar right now. But from what we're hearing, there's positive news based off of maybe the shutdown being ended for now, and trying to get back with a deal for this US debt being in default if we don't reach a deal by the end of the night tonight. And so with that being said, more than likely getting a deal done is surely trying to take care of business and getting that U.S. Debt taken care of as far as extending that at least. And that will be good news for the dollar. That'll help us, and that'll keep the economy from falling apart right now, as it could have been really disastrous. But looking at that, what that's going to do to the dollar pairs is quite possibly make them stronger, and or I wouldn't think it would make them weaker. I would have seen it getting weaker if we didn't get a deal in place and we let that happen. But with that happening, we can either see the market for the US dollar stay the same, or pretty much get stronger just based off of that news. So with that news, I'm in a trade, and I'm not in the trade based off of that news. I'm glad that that news is what it is, because that's helping my trade. That's going to keep it positive more than likely. But here you could see this US dollar, and you can see this symmetrical triangle, and you're getting this symmetrical triangle because you have the pair making lower highs. So you got this first high here, then a lower one here, and a lower one here, and then you got a higher lows. So you got this low here, a higher low, and then a higher low here. So the pairs in between that symmetrical triangle, and each time it touches the top and bottom and tops out and bottoms out, it gets tighter and tighter. And as it gets tighter, it's like pressure. It's getting pushed together, and eventually it has to break out. And when it breaks out, it's going to break out strong to either side, upside or downside. Now, usually the symmetrical triangle is a continuation pattern. So the continuation of this prior move, which was bullish, we'd look for the move to be bullish also. All right, so right now we're sitting with the pair on the daily time frame, sitting right between the 100 and 200 period moving average, and we're trying to get above that 100 period moving average. We haven't closed above that level yet, and that level is acting as resistance for us. All right, so we need to get above that level and close above that level, or else we'll stay in this little range that we're in right now here. But you could see we pretty much sat on this level here. This level here is going to be the previous week high, and if we close above that level, we'll be closing also above this 100 period moving average. So you have a lot of resistance there, but if we get above that level, that'll act as support for us. Now we have the 200 period moving average right here, which is a support level. Now we broke through there, and it fell as support here. You could see where it held level, and then now it broke up through the 100 period moving average. We're looking for it to close on that level. Now the market usually moves from this level, as you could see, the upper part of the triangle, and moves down to the lower part, and then moves back up to the higher part. So if we continue that, our move should be up to this higher level of the upper level of the triangle. So we would look for our trade up in that area somewhere, and it wouldn't surprise me if we could get through there and get to this level here. This level right here is going to be your previous month's high. So if we can get to that level, and then maybe that's where we could close our trade out. And that level sits at like 100.60. All right, so that's looking on the daily time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, you could see we closed above the 200 period moving average. We're above the 100 period moving average, and the 200 now is going to be support for us. And also we have this previous week high, and that's going to be support for us on the 4-hour time frame as we closed above that level. So when this candle closed here above this 200, that was my signal to get into the trade. I wanted to get into the trade after that because I wanted to make sure we got above this level here. This level was keeping us ranging. You see this, the previous week's high. So we stayed in between, up at the top of that level. We never really closed above that level, and stayed above the 100 period moving average here. Now the 100 period moving average is swinging, and it's starting to move upwards. So with the market moving upwards, and now we have all this level as support for us on the 4-hour time frame. So we're supported with that 200 period moving average and the weekly high there. And now you could see where the Williams percent are right here. We broke above this negative 50 level. That took us out of the over sold area, and now we're up into the overbought area. So we broke through that level. You can see this momentum. So this is mostly a momentum indicator, and then you get into this upper bought level, and this is not going to scare us being up here because you can stay up in this level for quite a while. So we want to be there. That shows stronger momentum, and that's where we are now. And hopefully the market will continue moving upwards. Now, if not, we have our stop tight. We're pretty tight. We're not big. And look at the risk to reward ratio. Here's our reward up here. I have the reward basically put up at this level right here where this previous top was. Now we may not get that high because look where the upper band is of the upper level of the triangle is. So somewhere in that area we'll look for that, and if we can break through there. Now the thing is, if we get up to this level, that'll be basically a double top here. We get up to that level because this is going to be your previous month's high, and then that's going to act as resistance here. So you have all this resistance here, and you're hoping that we can get through there and eventually carry on this trade long. But we just want to see right now get up to that level. All right, so that's where we are right now. I could have put my stop all the way down to this level here, to the 100 period moving average. I'd be below this range level right here. But once we broke above this top of the range, then there was no need for me to put a stop loss all the way at the bottom of the range. I want to keep it tight, keep this tight because of the news and the the trade. I see basically it's a pretty good level to get into at that point and have your stop loss pretty tight, because if you come back and close below this level anyway, then the reason you got into the trade is violated, so you'll want to be out of the trade. All right, so basically traders, that's it. I entered a trade on, usually I would enter the trade on the break of this 100 period moving average. That didn't happen here, so we watched the pair. We broke out of this range here, and then that's where we got into the trade, because we broke the range and broke the 200 period moving average and closed above that level. So that's just more confirmation that this market is moving upwards. All right, breaking the 100 period and then breaking that 200 period. It's just more of a confirmation. You're seeing that price going up higher and higher. That's just confirming the move upwards, confirming this this momentum here. All right, so we're going to ride it up to this level right here where the top of this range is right here, and that's going to be roughly at about where are we sitting at? Like I said, 100.40. That's where I'm going to ride this trade to. All right, traders, so hopefully that helped you out, and until next time, God bless. So long.